it's like, oh, I think it's a, what was it, like a public works. It's a common word in public works. And like was reading the thing and they were talking about how it was the only way to spell it in kanji.
Hmm.
It's like fertilizer field tree. It's like, huh, okay,
That was a really good draw.
for us.
Yeah, I kept a hand that
Super
only.
questionable hand.
Well, yeah. I mean, this into this means you're draining them for 4, which
Sure.
is pretty good. But
5 is even better.
yeah, five's even better. And having a 3/3, he's red white, which is typically aggro. Yeah, I just played had 3,
Okay.
3 return phalanxes. Probably play the steed.
Really? It's a terrible card. We could have made that thing attack and done 3 points of damage.
Yes, just because that way, if we decide to
Sure.
disciple, we get a look at
And
more of
it's
his
6.
cards. Yeah,
But at the same time, it's really Steed.
yeah. Really?
Steed really is the Anne of the set.
It is.
Really? Her?
Okay. So what do I want to do? I could. Yeah, I think I do want to.
Run him in. Run the Steed in.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm just casting this beforehand, so in case it dies or in case it trades, we're still getting as many cards as possible out of his hand. Fine verdict. That's a pretty good one to get rid of. The fact that you're taking so long to pick this one makes it seem to me like that's. I'll take one, and we'll know that we're probably going to die when we attack at some point.
It'd be a better card if it just dumped
Yeah,
their hand
all of them.
of devotion. It's just like, well, so long for that.
Discard number of
This
cards
card
equal to your devotion to black.
That'd be
It's just the
fantastic.
most powerful card ever.
That's busted, dude.
Okay.
But
So
it was
I
also
can,
oh no, it was soil tree field was how you spelled it. But it was interesting looking at the kanji for it because I was like, oh yeah, that's totally a tree. I can totally see how that's soil, and
right,
that is totally a field. It's like, oh, okay.
right. It just added up. Probably run that out for a drain for 6. I don't like that we haven't gotten any sort of evasion because this guy's going to outclass our
Sure.
team very quickly. Hmm.
Feeling better there, John? Think it's looking good?
I'm just deciding how much I want to block with. Let's just go all in. Decide what you want to kill. I'm happy that you're doing this because otherwise you would be getting a 6/6 trampler and we have no way to answer that. Except for our 2 sips of hemlock and our Gorgon.
Well, we have lots of ways of answering it, just not available at the moment.
So he's probably going to Divine Verdict, Gray Merchant, and then kill the. I don't know. He has a plan. probably a bad one. It may in fact be obscene.
Obscene?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Well, I support the fact that Ooh, that is kind of obscene.
What do you do?
God's willing.
Ooh. Yeah, that's never good. We got a lot of white there, a lot of black there.
Yep. Protection from you. So he's killing 2 creatures. At the same time, he did have to use 2 cards to get there. Had to use Titan Strength and God's Willing.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm willing to go on both of them. I mean, we got him down to 8, and we know that he has a Divine Verdict. And
a couple land, right?
Well, must not have land. He only has 2 cards, and he would have played the land, I think, and gone for the monstrous. So he must have drawn a creature that can successfully block all of our creatures.
100-handed one. Oh wait, he doesn't have the money to make it monstrous.
Right. It's Divine Verdict, so I guess he could kill one of our creatures if we're attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just wants to do more damage.
Well, yeah, I don't know. That's not ideal.
I mean, if you're... None of these things am I really that worried about you killing. That is a good choice, but it's the one that's dealing the least damage. You're now down to 4 life. So if we draw Cavern Mamped to give us Intimidate, we could win. If we get Mogus Marauders or whatever that gives multiple guys Intimidate, we could swing and win.
I don't know.
Even if he just keeps back like 2 blockers, well, no. I was going to say Sip of Hemlock would deal 2 damage, but it would also tap our steed. Interesting that he decided to put it on there. I would have put it on there where you're already 1 more +1/+1 counter toward
Getting the life.
getting the life, which I would think is the most important part in this situation. Okay, I think I want it on the Flesh Mad Steed.
What?
If I put it on this, he can trade for that and do this. If I put it on this, he can't trade for this. And if he double blocked with that, we would win.
Alright.
I know it seems backwards to ever want something on a Flesh Mad Steed, but
I want my critter to be bowed as much as possible.
but it does mean that he's either going to 2 or chumping with both.
Dun, 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 dun. I guess he could blow it up with the that one spell. Right?
Okay, now
Oh no, he used Divine Verdict, so he doesn't have it. I don't know.
the Battle-Wise Valor gets him up to be a 4/5, so it doesn't kill our guy. It saves his for the turn, and he was able to scry, and he put a card on top, which doesn't make me real happy. But he's down to 2, so that opens it up to either one of our Sip of Hemlocks dealing 2 damage to kill him,
Right.
or a number of other ways to get in for 2 damage.
Yeah.
That being said, if he's able to get this to, if he's able to attack 2 times, he's going to be gaining a ton of life, and he will have put us down to a pretty dangerous spot.
Oh yeah.
A very important draw step.
I would also accept that blue card that lets us draw 3.
Yeah.
Or something that lets us scry. Once we have a couple things like that.
Okay.
That's a thing.
That is.
Not quite what I was hoping for, but
So he should have to.
jump both, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's a bad choice unless you have a trick. What you do?
Man, that is a hell of a thing. Having 2 of those in your hand.
Another card on top. But we still have that. And it may be, with the Scry 2, that we see a card where we just have to buy a turn. But we didn't. And he's going to gain 10 life. I don't think Insatiable Harpy is going to get us
Really?
there.
I mean, he's going to gain 10 life.
Yes.
The Insatiable Harpy gains us 2 life every time it hits. And it starts wearing him down from his 12.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it on top.
I mean, it's up to you, man. It's just...
Right. Oh, son of a...
What?
He drew his 6th land, so he's able to monstrous this.
Oh, that's annoying.
And we're at 7. He'd be able to go to 8. He's gaining 10 life.
Yeah, that sucks. You should have listened to your instinct, John.
Well, it's still close in that we can play this, and we have enough to be able to block him and block him. It just depends on what his draws are versus what our draws are from here on out. Did he actually get a card? Did he? Ouch.
Well, at least he's vigilant and bigger now.
Don't attack with the other one. Damn it. I was hoping you wouldn't understand. Okay, so if we gained the 2 off of the life link, he'd still be able to deal the 2. We can't just block with everything on this. So the only way to survive To block like this, but he's going to have 2 creatures, and we're going to have none. Might as well see what that next card is. So it wouldn't have mattered. The only thing is if we had gotten to one of those.
Yep, that's fine. Gosh, this deck like didn't win against the top guy in the first round. Huh.
Yeah, what's up with that? This is supposed to be
This deck was
unbeatable.
super awesome. Like, we were pretty sure.
Another ordeal. Oh, they are just really good. Like to play first? Yes. Got a mulligan. I've got to keep a questionable hand, but can't keep 1 landers. And at least if he goes all in on one of his plans, we can sip of hemlock.
It's a, it's a flavored hoplite.
I think he's gonna have the I hate that card. Or I actually hate that combo. Hoplite onto that. You just can't beat it. Or at least not with the cards we have.
Yeah, well, that's rough.
I'm not giving up. I'll have 4, 5 next turn and 30 life. But we're not that far away from being able to sip of hemlock it.
Yeah, that's ugly. It occurs to me that 10 extra life may be better than a single lightning bolt.
Yes. I would say definitely in this format, 10 extra life is better than a single lightning bolt. Okay, so he probably has a Titan strength since we saw 2 of them last game.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have that much life, so gotta just throw myself in front of the train. Who chooses not to play it? So be it. Okay. So here, I could put the Cavern Lampet on him, or I could sip of hemlock this guy.
Mm-hmm.
When I sip of hemlock, then he's going to God's Willing it with the 1 white available. And then I'll...
Ah! Crap.
And he didn't have the spell last time to kill it. And the fact that he didn't attack with the other one makes me think we're probably still okay to block. If not, then I definitely question why you're not attacking with your Centaur Advisor, or whatever it is.
He wants to hold it back to block with.
Okay, so I could put Intimidate on that. That would get him up to a 6. If I block that, then I'll do it. he hasn't been able to play anything worthwhile to do that, and I'd like to just kill it this turn if he is forced to attack in again. That being said, he could have one of his 2 divine verdicts,
Yeah.
and maybe he was unwilling to play that before because it wasn't a
Super advantageous moment.
right. Ooh,
I don't care for that.
no, that's not good at all. It's like draw our second sip of hemlock or game over.
That's not what we wanted at all.
I think they didn't get the message. So draw a land, monster it. GG. And Gorgon would have been a pretty good answer. But
Oh well.
yep.
For a deck, we got anything out of this deck.
Yes, we won back more packs than we put in. We got to play all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That would be considered a success.
So all right, well, hopefully someday Bob will be back. Maybe Nick, although Nick. And we'll see you next time.